Hi everyone. The question has been put to me, how can I willfully and willingly engage in activities that are going to cause me severe pain? I've just happened to have done the next one. You can see on my finger here and my arm, I've just finished some painting for my wheelchair. One of my wheelchair lead acid batteries leaked, and the battery compartment rust-proofing paint was taken off. So I've just finished putting it back on. Now, I know doing this that the next 2 or 3 days is going to be very challenging for me. And I know I'm going to have to spend extra time in bed and not be able to do a whole lot more other than the essentials of life for the next few days. But why I would do this is I absolutely refuse to give up what is reasonable and that I can still do for myself. I still have the will and the desire to engage in life. I absolutely refuse to just be a list of medical diagnoses for what is wrong with my body and has caused my physical disability. And it's actually part of this that drives the doctors and the healthcare community to help me. When I needed my hips replaced, I was 33 and 35 years old. A very typical response is go off to a pain clinic and we'll do them when you're 60. The effort that I was putting into my day-to-day life motivated the doctors to let go of that and focus on getting the surgery done and hoping that it would work. It hasn't, but it did get rid of the arthritic pain out of my hips. There's many more problems that has since come to light with my body. I am willing to ask for help, but the creative process of doing half a dozen things still really is rewarding for me. And it's that rewarding that if you take and are sort of like the justice scales, the rewarding may be up here, and yes, I'm going to be in pain, but it's more important to have had the rewarding time that came from doing something I enjoy than just giving up on life. I understand some of you may only be able to get out of bed for meals, and so you may be looking at this and saying, what's in it for me? Or what can I do? I have, coffee in my house, coffee whitener, stir sticks, and I'm willing to invite people over to my home for visits. It's not worth the energy spent for me to go to a coffee shop. It's going to wear me out without really giving me a good sort of bang for the buck. So, making my house a place where people can come over to and spend time with me here is more important to me than doing nothing at all. So I want you to think about your life and think about relationships that you have, and maybe that's one option you have. There's no lack of people who have a disability that make and sell crafts. They may not be doing it for the money, but just that they're doing it and they meet with their fellow being when they're being sold, and those conversations make the effort in doing the crafts worthwhile. It's something to think about. I am 40 years old right now. I've been dealing with continual problems since I was 29. Now, I could just give up on life, but I still think that there's too many things to be done, and there's ways to overcome the physical challenges. When I got my wheelchair, the mobility store, when they did their 6-week checkup and plugged the diagnostics tool into the wheelchair, they were shocked at the number of hours I had used the wheelchair. It's that I still want to go and keep moving and living my life. So the point of contact in a healthcare environment is talking to an occupational therapist about overcoming physical challenges and logistics of doing things. And an occupational therapist can suggest methods. You need to let your guard down for an occupational therapist to come into your life and provide the feedback that you're needing on how you could do things, and accepting a compromise. Certainly, you're not going to find me painting my house. It's way beyond my physical limits. But painting the battery compartment of my wheelchair is something that I can do, and the pain for the next few days is reasonable given how rewarding it has been for me to do this. I encourage you, if you are struggling with your mental health or you're feeling down, I genuinely encourage you to speak to a social worker or reach out to friends or join an online support group and get the help that you deserve. You're still valuable as a person on the planet. You're needed here. And irregardless of what medical diagnosis you have, there still is something for you to commit using your skills and abilities and your talents. There still is a life to be had, and it's having the will and the desire to keep pursuing life, and then honoring the needs of your body. I genuinely hope this is able to be helpful for you. Thanks so much for this time together today. Bye for now.